Welcome to Ultimate Skincare and Beauty Report. I'm Mary Winkenpert-Werder. Six-pack abs. To some, they are a mythological occurrence that happens naturally with good genetics. To others, achieving six-pack abs is a daily ritual with a beautiful payoff. How can we get great six-pack abs in real time? Joining us this episode is Mike Chang of Mike Chang Fitness to share with us more about how to get those great six-pack abs with his program called Six-Pack Shortcuts. Mike, welcome to Ultimate Skincare and Beauty Report.
Thanks, Mary. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you join us. So, Mike, for those who are not familiar with your brand, please share with us who you are and what you do in the fitness industry.
Well, Mary, about 4 years ago, I started a fitness channel called Six-Pack Shortcuts. And it was just a channel to give advice to men and women on how to get a six-pack and really the most effective ways on how to lose belly fat. I find that there's so many different ways to do it, but majority of ways take so much time, so much effort, and for the normal person, it's really difficult to invest that much time and energy into into being lean, into being fit. And what's more, even harder than that, Mary, is maintaining it. Anybody can lose some weight, but almost everybody cannot maintain it, and at some time they would gain the weight back. So we taught people how to be able to get lean and to maintain it, so this way they can live this real healthy way of life, but still do all the things they love to do instead of living this boring fitness life to where they're restricted from everything that makes us happy. Drinking, going out to eat, and spending time with our friends, which involves half the time eating food. How do you do that and stay fit? So the workouts and all this stuff, teach people how to do that, and we came up with a lot of workout programs since then. And Six-Pack Shortcuts is one of our most popular workout programs and one of the top selling ones online right now. So we've had a nice little journey so far, about 4 years in, and really loving what we do. So we really helped change a lot of people's lives.
Wow, that is awesome. So, Mike, Six-Pack Shortcuts rather is a unique program with proven results. What all does the program entail, and how long does the program last?
So the program lasts for a little over 3 months, and the program is really split up into 4 different phases. And through the phases, you develop from learning how to do the exercises, which are actually really simple, but every phase has a different purpose. Phase 1 talks about increasing your metabolism and really waking up a lot of your muscles in your body. And a lot of people wonder what does muscles have to do with burning belly fat and getting six-pack abs? Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest thing we try to teach people, which is if you try to starve yourself through dieting and endless hours of cardio, you will never be able to get nice abs, and there is no way that you're ever going to be able to maintain it because it really takes too much it's a restricted lifestyle doing it that way, and almost too much time spent in the gym, spend too much time exercising. So what we do is we do it by increasing the afterburn effect in people's bodies, basically allowing someone to work out with right exercises and a unique combination of right exercises, and by doing so, that burns calories up to 48 hours after your workout is over, and that's what the afterburn effect is. And a lot of people don't understand the concept. It's almost similar to like your metabolism, but that's the approach that we use to really help people burn the body fat off. Because I want you to think about it this way. Most of the time people think this, Mary. They go to the gym and they go, I'm going to jump on this treadmill for 30 minutes or 45 minutes, and I'm going to burn 500 calories. Burn off that.
Guilty. Yeah.
Burn off that.
And it's going to work, and I'm going to be fabulous. Right.
And what happens is they get on there for, let's say 30 minutes, they burn off some calories, and then when they get off the treadmill, their calorie stops burning. You only burn when you're on there, right? So you figured if you're burning calories for, let's say, 30 minutes a day or even an hour a day, you have 23 hours left a day. What is your body burning during that time? And the answer is, unless you're constantly running around and doing something active, which most people aren't, your body's not burning a lot of calories. So the only way to really stay fit in that approach is to restrict all of your calories, so you can burn some calories doing cardio and then restrict calories throughout the rest of the day, so this way you don't get fat. So that process doesn't work for most people because it's so hard to not eat throughout the day when everywhere you turn it's good food. So the approach we do is a little bit different. What we do is we go, okay, you want to spend 30 minutes in the gym and do your cardio. Instead, go to the gym. Instead of using those cardio equipment, do exercises that break down your muscles, and it takes calories to recover those muscles because cardio doesn't break down any muscle. So when you
Right.
do so, you go for 30 minutes, you do what we call afterburn training, which breaks down your muscles, and when your muscles get broken down, your body needs to recover. And recovery is just food. And so your body takes food to recover your muscles. But if you don't have any extra food in your stomach, your body will break down your fat to recover those muscles. You see,
Gotcha. It
so
makes
it's a different approach, but it makes sense because now you go for 30 minutes, but your calorie doesn't stop burning when you leave the gym. It actually continues to burn for 48 hours after you're done from the gym. So you're at home watching TV, playing with your dog, doing whatever, and your body is still trying to recover from the workout 2 days ago, which means it's burning extra calories. So that's how somebody can stay lean without having to spend all day long doing cardio and restricting diet. Because when your body is burning more calories, you basically burn majority of the food that you eat. Now you're able to cheat and eat the cupcake you like sometimes, go out and have a couple beers with friends, and not have to worry about every single extra calorie you eat or drink goes to your stomach. It doesn't, because your body is now so much more efficient at burning
right.
calories.
That makes sense. It really does. I mean, it's a very logical way to approach it, and it's smart, and it really does. Metabolically, it does make sense.
Yeah, and you
So,
don't have to spend any more time. It's not like 2, 3 hour workouts or anything. You literally spend the same amount of time as normally people do in the gym, anywhere from 30 minutes up to a max about an hour. But if you
that's
do it
great.
right, you don't even need to spend that long at all.
So, Mike, is this particular program specifically for someone who has belly fat or someone who wishes to define their tone abs? Can they benefit from it as well?
Yeah, so really anybody that wants to burn belly fat can benefit from the program. The approach is very similar. It doesn't matter if somebody has 10 pounds to lose or if they have 50 pounds to lose. We have clients from all different shapes and sizes, and it's really just the same approach. Um, if you want to get lean, same thing. Build the muscle, build the body to allow your body to burn those calories, and afterwards you can eat pretty much all the foods you like, and you'll be able to stay in good shape. So it works out for everybody.
There are so many fitness resources on the web that it can be really confusing. How is Six Pack Shortcuts different from others on the market that may be perceived as similar?
So good question. So when it comes to getting in shape, there's really two main things, working out and eating right. And when it comes to working out, a lot of programs tend to come up with a lot of different complicated workouts that aren't really efficient for losing fat. They may have you stand on the ball and hold one hand up and hold one hand you're balancing, and
Right, right.
yes, it works your core, but if you want to lose belly fat, you want to spend every single minute losing belly fat, and not only part of your program, burning fat, with the other programs working on all kinds of different things. So our program is different because every single exercise that we picked, that we put together, is all meant to shed fat. And we do it by basically activating the afterburn effect, kind of like what I talked about earlier. Every exercise, I want you to think about this way. Let's take two exercises. This is the best example. Let's say one exercise you're sitting on a machine. You ever do those machines where you work the inside of your legs? There's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
plane right here, and you do
Yeah.
this with your legs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a real popular machine, and I know why people like to do it because it's simple. You sit there and you do this all day long, and you are like,
Right.
tightening up my inner thighs. So imagine doing that. What muscle group are you working on? Your inner thighs, right? So then one muscle group. Now imagine doing a squat. Now anybody knows what a squat is. You just squat down. But the muscle groups that you're working on in a squat is your inner thigh and outer thigh, your glutes, your hamstrings, your abs, and your core, your back.
Right.
And if you think about it, one repetition does 5 body parts, while one repetition of the inner thigh machine does one body part. So then our training will say, you know what, if you look at the two, if you're spending the same amount of time doing these two exercises, why not do the one that leverages more body parts? Why do more body parts? Well, if your goal is to burn fat, you want to use your body more. You're not trying to just tone up your inner thigh. You want to lose belly fat. You want to have a nice toned overall body. So you want to burn more calories. So all of our exercises are making sure that we burn the most amount of calories by using the most amount of body parts all at once. That activates the biggest afterburn effect, which basically turns your body into this calorie burning, fat burning machine. Every morning when you wake up, you should be able to be a little bit leaner because it really is that fast. You break down your muscles during daytime, you go to bed, and then when you wake up, during the nighttime when your body's trying to recover, your body will break down the belly fat and all the other fat on your body and use that as fuel to recover. So
That's
it's
really
really the
impressive.
best.
So say we start working the program into our workout or our fitness routine. In what time period can we start to see major results? I mean, I know you mentioned something about, we can start seeing, little bits at a time. We can start seeing, instant results. But, when does somebody have that aha moment and say, "Oh my God, this is actually working"?
So generally, most people will really feel the results within the first week. And by the second week, that's when they can see the results. Most of the time, people will notice things like, number one, I'll right off the bat, by probably the third, fourth day, they'll feel more energy. They'll feel like they're lighter on their feet. Their bodies will feel a little tighter. Their muscles will be a little tighter. Their stomach's a little tighter. And as you get into the 2 weeks point, you will notice your clothes will start to fit differently. Your pants will feel a little looser around the waistline, things like that. And you can really see a major difference by the time a month is over. But 2 weeks, you will definitely see the difference then. I wanted to add, remember when we talked about how there's two things, working out and eating right, as the two things to get fit. So I want to cover eating right because everybody's been on diets before. You go online, you see all these diets, and the thing is, those are just diets. And it's not that they don't work. There's tons of diets that work, but they're only a certain type of eating. It's like diets are like fads, right? Right now, this is the diet to go on, and next year, here's a new diet to go on. But it's too much to keep up with, and you need something that's more of a lifestyle change. So what we did is we created an eating system called Zero Willpower Eating System. It's really simple, hence the name, Zero Willpower. Think about it this way. You know why people fail with diets?
Why?
Think about it. Let's say right now, in 30 minutes from now, you're hungry, and then you need to eat. So what do people do when they're hungry? Well, most of the time, unless they have the time to sit and go to the kitchen and prep this perfect meal, they're going to find whatever food they can to satisfy their needs. And it's hard to go out to the stores and go out to the grocery store in the middle of the day and prep something. So most of the time, people grab whatever they can that's available. Well, those are usually really bad choices because all the foods out there are processed foods and they're not good for it. So if you think about it, if you're supposed to eat how many times a day? 4, 5, everybody knows that, right? So let's say you eat 5 times a day. If you don't have your meals prepared, that's 5 choices that you have to make every single day. Now, think about the chances of you making a bad choice. If you do, that's 1 meal bad out of the day. You times that by 30, you have 150 choices a month. When people think about why, I couldn't stick to my diet. I couldn't stick to my diet. Diet is 80%, blah, blah, blah. True. But if you have to make 150 choices, man, it's a lot of opportunity to mess up.
Yeah,
And
it really is.
you don't lose weight. So what I tell people is, you know what? That's too many choices. That's too many choices. That's too much time, and that's just too much energy to focus every single month. You can do it for a month or two, but how long can you really maintain that? You got a family, you got work, you got kids, you got a personal life to worry about, and then just cooking meals every single day. So I tell people, prep all of your meals in advance. You do that once a week on Sundays. You do it right, it'll take you about 2 hours max. It will save you money. It will have all the foods ready to go, so this way you don't have to think every time you're hungry. And it doesn't mean you're never going to eat anything else other than the food you prep. You can still eat all the foods. But most people, when they go out to eat and they eat other foods, it's more for the fact of socializing. You go out to eat with some friends, have dinner. You can cook the same stuff at home, but you do it to have this different environment. So you don't need to make every single meal an entertaining meal of cooking out with friends. You only do that maybe 3 or 4 times a week, generally for most people. Every single other meal would be perfect, exactly what you need for your diet. And that's how you're able to get in shape, by eating the meals that you need to during the time that you're not socializing. You just eat for the sake of eating the meal because you're hungry, and then all the other times you go out for happy hour, go out to eat with friends, lunches, dinners, all that stuff, suddenly you can eat the food you like. That's why I go out and I can eat whatever I want. People are like, how do you get in such great shape? Well, that's because you don't see all the meals that I eat when I'm not hanging out with you. It's all clean meals. And it's because we prepped them on advance. So that becomes this eating style that I've been doing for over 10 years, and that's how I'm able to really stay in shape without having to count calories. I have no idea how many calories I eat. So if you're going to ask me that, I'd go, I don't know. I can show you.
I won't ask you.
You don't need to, right? When you do stuff like that, you don't need to count calories. You don't need to do anything. You know?
No. I mean, it's not important at all at that point. So, Mike, to date, what has been your greatest success story from somebody who has decided to incorporate the workout into their fitness regime?
You know, that's a good question. We have we have like a whole board.
Quite a few, but
we have a board called the Wall of Willpower, and it's a lot of testimonials that guys and gals can send in on losing weight. Man, it's really tough. You know, honestly, I'll say it's hard to pinpoint the greatest one, but even in our office, I'm a firm believer on making sure that when we help our people, we have to lead by example. So not only do I do the things that I tell people to do, eating and working out, but also all of our team members, we try to promote the same thing. And there's so many people on our team that have transformed their body personally that I see every single day. And it's really nice because it's not just helping our customers, but it's really helping our internal team members. For example, one of my guys, he's my assistant now. His name is Taylor, and he started off with no muscle and had a little gut and just didn't really feel real confident. And now he's this confident person. He's all muscular. He looks like a fitness model. He has like an 8-pack. And there are so many guys in the office like that, and it's really just because they followed our program. They just did exactly what's written out for them.
That's very impressive. That's really an 8-pack. Wow.
You would believe, you look at the guy, there's just no way. He looks like a regular Joe in the beginning. I swear to God. I can send you pictures if you like to see. You look at him now, he looks like a fitness model. He looks like somebody that belongs on the cover of a magazine, and he's a normal person. How long did it take him? About a year, from nothing to looking flawless, And incredible. There's a lot of guys in our office are like that. So, I mean, it's nice, it's really wonderful. I really feel happy that we're able to help our customers and help our internal team members the same way.
So, Mike, where can we purchase the program right now?
Best place to go is go to sixpackshortcuts.com. Also, you can check out our YouTube channel if you like to find out a little more about the type of workouts we do. We talk about the afterburn effect and things like that, how to structure your meals. A lot of great information also on our YouTube channel. You just type in Six-Pack Shortcuts.
Fantastic. And Mike, where can we catch up with your brand and online and their online community?
We have a large community on Facebook. It's Six-Pack Shortcuts. You can just look us up on Facebook. And we have videos, we have posts, and a lot of good information that we post every single day on. So you can check it out there.
That's wonderful. All right, Mike, thanks so much for joining us. It's been great visiting with you.
Thanks a lot, Mary, for having me.
All right. Catch up with me on my blog, www.beautybeautereport.com, and on Twitter @BeautyPublicist. Everyone, thanks so much for joining us on Ultimate Skincare and Beauty Report. Have a beautiful and successful week. Mwah.